Maybe you just need a moment with Jesus. Somebody watching this has felt lost and afraid and alone, and they wonder if just maybe they're outside of the reach of heaven. I think that's exactly how the disciples felt in John chapter 21. I think they were shocked at what had gone on. They had heard that Jesus had risen from the dead. Some believe that even the disciples had seen Jesus, at least a few had. But then you have Peter. Peter had denied the Lord 3 times. Peter had done everything that he hadn't believed he would do. And he'd gone back to the only thing he knew, and it was fishing. Jesus came to Peter. Peter didn't go and find Jesus. Peter needed a moment with Jesus, and Jesus was going to give it to him. It was there on the shoreline that Jesus would cry out to Peter, and he would say to the boys in the boat, "Have you caught any fish?" And of course the answer was no. And it came back, "Why don't you throw your net on the right side of the boat?" And when they did, they caught more fish than they knew what to do with. John, the disciple that Jesus loved, said to Pete, lifelong friends, "It's the Lord. It's the Lord." And what did Peter do? He took off his outer garment, got into the water, and he got to the shoreline as fast as he could because he needed to be with the Lord. Maybe Jesus is waiting on the shoreline of your life. Maybe the call is coming out. Caught any fish? And you need to tell him the truth. No. And if that's happening and he says to you, "Why don't you throw your net on the right side?" It is an invitation for you to meet with Jesus. Throw your net on the right side of the boat. And when God starts doing something that only he can do, get to the shoreline as fast as you can. When you hear the tenor of Jesus' voice, when you start hearing the commander call your name, you get to his feet. Jesus already had the fish. He already had the fire. He didn't need Pete to bring the fish. He wanted to restore him. And the way to restore him was in relationship with Jesus, sitting at his feet by himself with the other boys in the boat. God has a word for you. God knows you by name. He knows where you are even in the middle of the night. And my friend, he has the power to restore you. Jesus can find you in the middle of any storm, and he can change everything. When you hear him call your name, get yourself out of the circumstances to Jesus and let him change everything.